You're watching Profile, success stories of ordinary people just like you and me. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Robbie. Today we have an ambitious, energetic young woman who is here to share with us her story, her success, her journey. Help me welcome Anaya.
Hi, thank you.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. First of all, I'm excited to hear your story because I know you are the master of many talents and I want you to share with us today. So, first of all, talk to us. Who is Anaya?
That's a good question. Yeah, I was born in Calgary, raised in Vancouver. I guess that would make me more of a Vancouverite.
Because you've been here most of
More
your
years,
life?
yeah.
Yes.
I came here at 4 years old and have been here ever since.
You're currently a student, you're a model, doing good there. You are an artist as well, where you're doing your artwork, and you're also an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Nice. So talk to us. Tell us about them. Where do you want to start?
So modeling for me at the beginning, when I was 16, was a very unhealthy obsession that I allowed to overpower me into sickness. And it took a long time to heal from that and recover. Now it has turned into a positive, healthy habit that I do. It's not something that I do necessarily for money or for any other reasons besides fun and to help out local designers, friends, and so on.
Awesome.
Also to kind of fuel that loving passion that I've always had for it.
You're not seeing it as a career for you?
No, not anymore. I did when I was younger. It was definitely something I aspired to and dreamed to. But I think as you grow and go through school, something that you're told quite often is realistic goals and creating realistic goals.
I've heard those words.
All those kinds of things. And I think that maybe that was something that was unrealistic for me and was not in alignment with my path and who I am and what I'm supposed to do. Something that I like to say is that modeling is not just looking good on camera and rocking amazing outfits. There are many designers out there whose style may not be what the model style is, and that model has to adapt and still display the designer's clothing or whatever it is in the most beautiful way that captures what it is, to display somebody else's art form and using a real body instead of a mannequin that has no life.
Right. All right, tell me this though. In your modeling, what are some of your accomplishments there?
They're all personal. I wouldn't say anything in terms of professional gain there, but it's all about feeling good about myself and feeling beautiful and feeling, I guess, empowered in a way.
I understand that you have a few businesses that you have started. Right.
So I wanted to create a business that is kind of more dedicated to Black people, African people. In Vancouver especially, the Black community is very small.
Okay.
And it's sometimes very hard to find products and certain things, and so I thought, why not be that place where they can find those things. So I've started with rags and bonds, which is do-rags and bonnets. And I'll also be adding natural lip chap and lip gloss.
So how are these things being manufactured?
They're all made by hand by me, except for the do-rags and the bonnets. Bonnets I buy wholesale. But the difference is they'll all be infused with essential oils, hair oil, which stimulate growth, blood circulation, many other things to promote the growth and health of the hair. I use those products all the time. As you can see, I am dreaded up. I got my locks. I've been growing them for 6 years.
So how long have you been doing this?
So I started this journey of wanting to work for myself when I was about 12 years old. Health and wellness was my thing.
Okay.
because of the whole modeling aspect, I transformed the obsession into health, because I want to show people that it's not about being skinny or large or voluptuous or whatever. It's health. Health is health. Health is wealth.
Right.
Health is quality of life.
Right.
And so most of my businesses revolve around that, whether it be the health of your hair, the physical, mental, spiritual health of yourself, or other further businesses I do.
The last thing I want to touch on here is, where do you go from here? What's next?
I'm not interested in becoming an organization or necessarily growing to that of Amazon level. However, I do want to reach many people and many communities, in the sense that this is where you come for healing. This is where you come for knowledge of healing, for knowledge of pain and resources of many of those kinds of topics.
What is healing? And how do you know when you are healed?
For sure. So my personal opinion is that healing is simply just a feeling. I like to categorize the human existence, a human being, into three categories.
Okay.
The physical body, the spiritual body, and the mental body. So for the physical body, oftentimes it's very simple as being ill and being well. For the mental body, it can be as tedious and as saddening as depression, or as simple as migraines. You're just not fully there, you're a little detached, anxiety, those kinds of things. And for the soul, it can be a combination of things like regret or disappointment, bitterness, those kinds of deep-rooted feelings that you take a few months, to fully materialize. Those are the soul aches of the body. I always try to come from a place of, this is my experience. Learn from it if you like, grow from it if you like, or leave it if you like. But at least it's out there. I
observe your story, what you stand for, what you represent, and what you want to do. And I'm really impressed by it. I'm really impressed and moved by it. And I'm like, for such a young woman, where does this passion come from, that this drive, this desire to make a difference, a positive difference in this world?
It comes from what I see. I'm not oblivious to the things in the world. I think for a time growing up, you are consumed in your bubble. And then as you age out of your young teenage years, you start to see things. Not only the homeless people on your street, but you really start to see things. And in me seeing those things, I became very depressed. I think in realizing that you have a choice. You're either going to be part of the solution or you're going to be part of the problem.
What I find is that people are interested in change. They are interested in having a good life, an enjoyable life, a good world. But what is missing is that vision. How do you get there? And where that comes from is having good leaders and good mentors that who can show us the way and also guide us. Right?
I agree and disagree. You can have a leader, but if the people are not dedicated themselves to that same change, it doesn't matter who's leading them, the outcome will be the same.
Okay.
You have to move people's hearts to make the change in their minds, almost like inception theory, where they have thought of it themselves as if it's their own idea, so that they are more inclined to make the actions of change. I think people need to be honest with themselves and lead themselves, hence thinking for themselves. Being a true individual, you make a choice to do a certain action. And this is what I mean about the healing of the world, and that it takes discipline, control, self-love and respect for others as well, not only just yourself, to decide to do what is right and to consistently do what is right. And that's the healing that is needed, to retrain the mind to remember what is right and do what is right, not just once, not just because you felt like it, but because you know it's right, and therefore you do. Yeah. I'd like to give this earth, you know, a makeover, and I'd like to hand it to my children, that I'd like to have a healthy earth, not a sick one.
Well said, well said. We definitely need the healing, and we are happy when we have someone who takes it as a passion, not just a job, but a passion. And because of that, you will achieve it.
Definitely.
So thank you.
Thank you.
It's so good to have you.
Thank you.
And thank you, everyone.